Which My 600-Pound Life alumna is a happy mother of 3 now? Why don't we see Laura Perez anymore? Why did Amber Rachti refuse to do a follow-up episode? Welcome to OSSA. I'm Janet. Let's take a look at the most drastic transformations on My 600-Pound Life. Paula Jones. Her Facebook nickname is Sunshine, and it's 100% accurate. When 33-year-old Paula came to Dr. Now in Season 2, she was driven by a powerful yet heartbreaking motivation. Her husband, who used to weigh over 600 pounds, had passed away from obesity complications. A year after Paula was widowed, she reached 542 pounds and was afraid that her 4 children would eventually be left on their own. Jones called herself a monster and said she desperately wanted a better life for her family. To mark the new chapter of her life, Paula dyed her hair green and moved from Georgia to Texas. And her complicated journey paid off. By 2016, Jones had lost 400 pounds and is living the life of her dreams. Paula's relationship with her kids also benefited from her new lifestyle. As she shared in an interview, "I can be more active with them. I've learned how to be emotionally healthy as well as physically healthy." Jones also welcomed her first grandchild and became a real role model. The reality show star has participated in several weight loss conferences as a speaker and support system. You go, girl! Nikki Webster. Before the 33-year-old Nikki decided to have a life-changing surgery, she weighed 650 pounds and could barely take a shower on her own. The charming, food-addicted lady did not even think about the future. She wasn't sure how much time she had left. On top of it all, Webster was banned from seeing her sister's children as her weight distressed them. Like many other patients of Dr. Now, Nikki had some friends who did not make it through a gastric bypass, and she was terrified. But armed with amazing support and exceptional determination, Nikki eventually lost a whopping 450 pounds. "I wanted to rebuild everything my weight had taken away from me. That gave me the fire I needed to start losing weight and getting healthy." She now looks unrecognizable and is more confident than ever. Nikki walks 2 to 3 miles a day and finds it a very satisfying exercise. Her weight loss helped her to excel at work as a costume designer, and that's not the most exciting change. In March 2018, Nikki revealed via Facebook that she had married Mark Gray, and she couldn't be happier. What an inspiration she is. Chuck Turner. Chuck started gaining weight and struggling with depression in 2006 when his first wife's life was violently taken away. He later remarried and even adopted a son with his second wife, Nissa. But due to his obesity, Chuck could not be a proper husband, help around the house, or play with his son, and the marriage fell apart. When Chuck appeared on Season 2 of the show, he weighed 693 pounds, and he desperately wanted a normal life. As he told TLC producers, "I'd rather be a dead man than have to live like this for the rest of my life." With the help of Dr. Now, Chuck ended up losing a staggering 433 pounds. As he later revealed in an interview to a local news channel, it felt like being out of prison after losing weight. While Chuck reached 260 pounds, he was lacking further guidance and support to properly continue his weight loss journey. He found eating healthy really challenging. Still, he went back to working on his own record services company and built his new life. Sadly, he admitted to feeling very lonely, but he is absolutely ready to fall in love again. We hope Chuck meets the woman of his dreams to be happy with. Brittany Fulfer. Traveling, going to the beach, a zoo, or a concert of her favorite band were amongst those experiences that Brittany could not dream of 6 years ago. Back then, at only 5'1", she weighed 605 pounds, and later she shared that her weight was her prison. "I felt I had more to offer myself, friends, and family than just having them help take care of me. I was too young to feel so old." Her obesity was a result of a childhood trauma, and Brittany's road to a new life was very bumpy. After a few surgeries, with a strict diet, and the strong support of her husband, Bill, Fulfer lost almost 400 pounds. Along the way, she underwent knee replacement surgery and suffered from depression, but was able to stay focused. According to Brittany, she could not have come that far without counseling. She enjoys spending time with her friends and her nephew, whom she credits for keeping her strong. Brittany and Bill have even talked about having kids, but for now, the TLC alum is discovering new sides of life with gratitude and excitement. Isn't that amazing? Laura Perez. When the 41-year-old Laura became Dr. Now's patient in Season 3, she was confined to a wheelchair and needed an oxygen tank to breathe. Perez weighed 594 pounds back then, and as the doctor commented, she is physically in one of the worst shapes I have seen. The origin of Laura's obesity goes back to a trauma when she was 5 years old, and food became her coping mechanism. A true fighter, Perez shed an astonishing 412 pounds as a result of having 80% of her stomach removed. Since then, Laura has adopted a healthy lifestyle for both herself and her big family, but her new life was not easy. Perez and her husband had money problems, and they even got evicted. Later, Laura's husband could not accept her new ambitious personality. While she wished to get a job, Joey wanted her to stay home, completely dependent on him. The couple eventually broke up, as Joey did not support Laura's dreams. The reality show star deleted her old Facebook page, but reportedly, she now goes by a new name, Angelica Pacheco. The new Laura allegedly got remarried to a man called Eric Juarez, and according to rumors, they welcomed 2 daughters together. All the best to their family. Christina Phillips. Christina was so embarrassed about her weight that for 2 years, she only left home at 3 a.m. to avoid meeting people. At 22 years old, she weighed 708 pounds, and although her husband Zach loved her as she was, Christina could not live that life any longer. Getting up and walking just a few feet made me feel like I was going to die. I was miserable, and I knew I had to do something, she told Women's Health. After her weight loss surgery, Christina's transformation was so extreme that Dr. Now even advised her to gain 15 pounds. She started eating healthily and exercising regularly, but her fear of gaining weight again unfortunately led her to developing anorexia. However, Phillips stayed positive and challenged herself in new ways, like trying indoor skydiving and running 5K at weight loss fundraisers. However, her husband Zach could not adjust to Christina's newfound confidence, so the couple divorced. In 2019, Christina weighed an astonishing 171 pounds, and according to the bio on her private Instagram account, she's living her life to the fullest now. And that's what my 600-pound life is all about. Justin McSwain. When Justin first visited Dr. Now, he thought he weighed about 500 pounds. But seeing 688 pounds on the scale was a harsh awakening for the 27-year-old man. McSwain was perhaps one of the most compliant patients on my 600-pound life. By the end of season 7, Justin had lost half of his body weight and marked his journey with getting matching tattoos with his father. But Justin continued his diet and regular workouts, and he looks unrecognizable now. He keeps in touch with other participants of the show, namely Diana and Christina. McSwain gives back to the weight loss community by speaking at conferences and inspiring people with throwbacks to the start of his success journey. It's a battle every day with food addiction, anxiety, depression, agoraphobia, and a whole lifetime of bad habits that need to be overcome, he wrote on his Instagram. Justin moved back to South Carolina, where he works as a graphic designer. He enjoys spending time at concerts, walking around with his corgi, and friends. We admire Justin's stamina and wish him all the best. Amber Rachti. With over 185,000 followers on her Instagram, gorgeous Amber is a real social media star now. But 5 years ago, she could not even imagine all the jaw-dropping changes she'd go through. At 23, Amber was struggling with anxiety and an eating disorder, weighed 657 pounds, and considered herself a nasty, yucky monster. She could not stand for more than 30 minutes at a time. But after gastric bypass surgery, her life changed dramatically. Amber reportedly lost about 400 pounds, and she continues taking good care of herself and working out. She regularly updates her Instagram with her beauty and fashion looks, commenting, "I spent a long time not liking me, so I'm documenting moments I feel pretty." Amber's relationship with her then-boyfriend also came to an end when she started her new chapter. But in 2016, she got engaged to her new love and is reportedly married now. Amber returned to college to get her English major degree. She wants to learn to wrestle and hopes to earn enough money to get skin surgery one day. Although Amber became a star due to her participation on the show, she refused to appear in a follow-up episode. She revealed being unhappy about her experience with the crew who did not respect her boundaries. And that's what we call a healthy self-esteem. Melissa Morris. The very first participant of my 600-pound life, Melissa is a real inspiration to everyone. She started her journey a decade ago, but it wasn't her health or desire to have kids that served as motivation. When Melissa's mother was diagnosed with cancer and still had to take care of her immobile daughter, Melissa decided to do whatever it took to lose weight. With the support of her husband and kind guidance from Dr. Now, Melissa's initial 653 pounds turned into a stunning 137 pounds. After 12 years of trying to get pregnant, she finally became a mother and now has 3 adorable kids. During her pregnancies, Melissa's weight fluctuated, but she still weighs significantly less than at the start of her journey. In addition to being a happy mother and wife, Morris is an active weight loss advocate. She shared that she managed to stay on track due to weekly support meetings, avoiding her trigger food, working out, and trying to set an example for her children. Melissa enjoys all the simple pleasures of life, like going shopping and to the movies, eating out, running, and going to concerts, and she doesn't plan to slow down. Milla Clark. And here comes the record breaker of the show. Season 4's participant, Milla Clark, started her journey at a whopping 751 pounds. Then, 47 years old, she was confined to her bed and relied on her children to tend to her most basic hygiene. Milla could not stand up on her own 2 feet and hadn't left her home in 2 years before she decided to get professional help. With her complete dedication and amazing personality, Clark became one of the fans' favorites. Milla made dramatic progress, and after weight loss surgery, multiple skin surgeries, and a double knee replacement, she lost an absolutely insane 600 pounds. As mentioned on her follow-up episode, it was the equivalent of 3 or 4 people. Despite her husband passing away, Milla did not go back to her old life and kept promoting healthy habits on her social media. She enjoys walking and is forever grateful to Dr. Now, calling him a blessing to all morbidly obese people. Milla is a perfect example that it's never too late to change, and we admire her courage and victorious spirit. Who is your favorite on the show? Tell us in the comments. And as always, stay safe and stay awesome.